Where you gonna run to?
All right, all right. Good morning, millionaires. Good morning, millionaires. Hope you feel incredible. I know I do. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Make sure you let them know your name and where you're calling in from. What kind of business you have. You know, we here for you, baby. Every morning. Good morning, millionaire. All my entrepreneurs. Give me a replay, gang, if you're watching a replay. If you're watching on YouTube, you get extra points. You know what I mean? We definitely trying to blow the YouTube channel up. It is Millionaire Minded TV. We don't expect nothing overnight. We slow rolling that thing. We practicing what we preach. But I would be remiss to not tell you that Millionaire Minded TV is in full effect. A lot of the replays aren't going to be as available on Facebook. My Facebook page, my Facebook timeline. A lot of the replays are going to start only being available on YouTube. So make sure you're looking there. We call this Good Morning Millionaire. A lot of you know we talk about being millionaire minded because we think that's how you go further, faster, with less effort. You don't see with your eyes, you see with your mind, right? And at the same time, life is a risk. So you got to put your money where your mouth is. And that's us in a nutshell. You know what I mean? Optimistic, opportunist, those who pursue opportunity without regard to the resources currently controlled. We entrepreneurs, and I want you to be proud of that. Let them know where you at. Let them know where you checking in from. Okay. Good morning, Vita. Okay, Ebony in the house. All right, we starting to check in. I love that. We calling in on this live line in less than 60 seconds. We're going to get this party started. Okay, Brenda in the house. YouTube. All my YouTube folks checking in. That's what I'm talking about. What's up, Allie? Good morning, Queen. Okay, Michelle checking in. What's up? What's up? My man Dex representing for the fellas. Man, Dexter, you the first brother done checked in this morning, man. What's up? What's up with us, man? You know? Okay then. Good morning. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, Wilmington, North Carolina checking in. I'm going to go ahead and call in on this live line. Hope everybody's feeling good, man. In one word, how is your week going so far? Thank God it's Tuesday. I'm really happy we're here. My man Terrence checking in. Brand new member of the Kaizen Academy right there. Everybody get it up for my man Terrence. Because TDJ Financial in the house. Out of you. Please enter your.
Thank you.
Okay. Hey Terrence, just so you know, you're gonna be getting
all participants are muted.
A welcome call real soon. Tabitha, good morning, Queen. Okay. Phenomenal. Thankful. I'm loving it.
Entry and exit tones are off.
Awesome. I love it. All right. Well, today we're here to talk about something that's going to make it even more. You're going to have even more of a reason to be thankful. You're going to have even more of a reason to feel phenomenal. Awesome. Man, I'm going to get that joint right. It's T. Oh, that was Nina Simone right there. TJD Financial. TJD Financial. That was Nina Simone right there. That's called Centerman. Nina Simone was a beast in a lot of different ways. My man JG in the house, MJG in this joint. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. ATL is up in here. Yeah, Ashley knew that was Nina Simone. All right. So shouts out to everybody checking in. Some of y'all checking in late. Better late than never. You know what I mean? But today, as always, we're here to talk about we're here to talk about entrepreneurship. It's always going to be the mindset, skill set, or heart set, right? And today what we're here to talk about is a skill set. We're here to talk about this idea of networking. Today, the skill set we're focusing on is networking. Morning, Chris. Okay then. Stonecrest in the house. You know what I'm talking about? Something you can do to get more networking done in any event you go to is build more rapport. Now, there's some differences between rapport and influence, but there's no way you can have influence without rapport. And Webster defines rapport as when you're in harmony with, right? In agreement, when you're on the same accord, right? When there's connection. It's this subtle yet significant aspect of your relationship with different people that kind of like sort of creates this scale of how much you're willing to cooperate with them. Establishing rapport when you're at a networking event is obviously then going to enhance your ability to get things done and move further faster with less effort. So I want first, before we get into these little ideas, these little distinctions I'm going to give you, first I want you to picture networking as a two-part process. First, you're connecting, and then two, you're setting the appointment. Can somebody give me that in the comments? If you're really networking, you connect and then you set. You're connecting with them and then you're setting an appointment, right? I want you to think about this. This is going to work whether you don't know the person or whether you already know them. I'm going to make this sound really simple, but that second part, everybody leaves out. That second part is what's going to separate you from everybody else in the room that's just chilling. Millionaires, it's so easy to walk into the building. You're full of strangers. It's so easy to go to that Toastmasters event. It's so easy to go to that Chamber of Commerce meeting, okay? It's so easy to go to this happy hour. It's so easy to go to this networking event and just hang out with the people that you came with. But what I want you to do, if you're looking to expand your network, I want you to share this right now. Whether you're watching on YouTube, if you're listening on a phone line, text message this to somebody. If you're watching on Facebook, tag somebody in the comments or share this in a group, share this with somebody. I'm talking about expanding your network with the intention. And one quick way to do that is give value. Check it out, y'all. After you engage with them at this event, first thing you want to do is try to find out their personal interest. That's basic. We all know that. It's like, man, you establish something. You know, I'll teach. That'll be a whole separate training when we just talk about how you establish rapport really quickly. But, you know, the short end of it, you know, is that you start off with some facts. That's why you bump into somebody and then you're like, man, it's amazing how hot it is, right? And now they're sweating and boom, instant rapport. Now, if I start off with, boy, Republicans sure are smarter than Democrats, or boy, Democrats sure are smarter than Republicans, now only have a 50% chance of establishing rapport. If he believes the same thing I believe, then boom, we're winning. If he believes something opposite, he's like, oh, you're an idiot. I can't listen to anything you say. You get me? So you want to start off with a fact, but we'll get to that later. Right now, we're just talking about the basics. Millionaires, you're trying to find out what they do. You're trying to find out what they do after work. What do they do on the weekends? Maybe you can try something out, like maybe there was a concert that just happened or some kind of sporting event that just now happened. You're going to kick it with them about that. What you're trying to do is establish common interests. You're connecting. Somebody say connect. The first step is connect, right? But millionaires, here's the second part. After you've gotten to know a little bit about this person, right? After you've kind of like started to dive in with how you guys are similar, now you can do the all important second step, which is let's get together later to finish this discussion. That's what's going to solidify this relationship, is you setting the appointment. It's the fact y'all met at this event and now both of your lives are different just because you showed up to this event and y'all decided to follow through. Millionaires, when you're sitting there in that networking event, you're not going to spend too much time on these subjects of mutual interest, and it's going to be tempting. But I want you to be millionaire minded in a networking event. I don't want you to leave out happy because you met one person. I want you to have the attention. I want you to set that number that you're going to go in there with. Maybe you're going to leave with 5 contacts. Maybe you're going to leave with 7 contacts. If you were to get 5 or 7, you'd literally have an appointment for every day of a week. All of a sudden, our calendar, which as an entrepreneur is our boss, is starting to look like our bank account. It's starting to get full. See, your calendar is a lagging measure of your bank account. Somebody put that in the comments. Your appointment calendar is a lagging measure of your bank account. Put that in the comments, somebody. Your appointment calendar is a lagging measure of your bank account. What am I saying? I'm saying if that calendar is empty, your bank account soon will be. If that calendar is full, your bank account soon will be. Here's a third thing I'm gonna give you before we take this to numbers to these 7 steps I got for you, right? Millionaires. Get that business card from them. You're like, what do I do with these business cards? You've always wondered, right? What do I do with business cards? Because God knows nobody ever calls you. Nobody you give your business card to ever calls you. What do? They throw it in trash. So the purpose of your business card is really just to get their business card. And I've got all kinds of ways you can build a business card so it's a lot better. Like you throw a headline on there, you put something on there that attracts them. Hey, here are 7 tips for this, right? Or learn how this housewife from Decatur, Georgia is now making an extra $1,000 a week without leaving the home. Pre-recorded, you know what I mean? But other than that, what's the purpose of this business card? I'm gonna tell you. It's so you can write furiously on the back of that thing whenever they say something of interest. Include anything personal that they spoke about. You don't always have time to take out your phone while they're talking. Plus, you look kind of rude. So keep a pen on you. That way, when you're pulling out, somebody say, keep a pen on you. Put that in the comments. Keep a pen on you. Keep a pen on you. Come on, man. Keep a pen on you. Somebody give me that in the comments. Keep a pen on you. Keep a pen on you. Yeah, Kim. Kim Connor checking in. Colorado Springs in the house. Keep a pen on you. Keep a pen on you. Your appointment calendar is a lagging measure of your bank account. It's a lagging measure of your bank account. That's right. That's right. Keep a pen on you. Here's what we're saying. Here's what we're saying. Keep a pen on you. Why? Because if you're writing notes in your phone, you're going to look rude. So what you're going to do instead is write notes on the back of their business card. You're beginning your personnel file right on the back of their business card. And because it's their business card, I don't have to remember who this was. Millionaires, you're not going to talk them to death because y'all both like the same baseball team or the same basketball team. You're going to make that connection. You're going to make that promise, right? And you're going to move on. You're going to make that connection. You're going to set that appointment and you're going to move on. You're going to expand the conversation next week at lunch. Don't worry. All right. So if you're ready, somebody say, I'm ready. I'm going to give you these 7 steps. I'm going to give you these 7 little like distinctions. So far, you've already given your 15-second commercial, right? And then you've asked what they do. You don't elaborate. You don't try to sell them something right now. Ain't that right, Miss Bryce? I know Miss Jeanette Bryce is listening somewhere, right? We're not going to start selling right away. What we're going to do is we're going to listen. We're going to let them talk about themselves. And then here's the first step. I got you. Here's the first of the 7. You're going to start off having them elaborate. So somebody give me this in the comments. Tell me more about that. Tell me more about that. I see you, Allie. I see you, Allie. Tell me more about that. That's what you kicking with them, right? Or you saying something like you're trying to find out how they now use your type of product or service. So how do you use blank, right? Or maybe you're like you're trying to find out where they're currently being serviced with the product or service that you offer. So maybe you're like, where are you currently getting blank? You know what I mean? Because now we're getting further into it. We've talked about our favorite basketball team, but now we can kick it with, so how do you use blank? Or who are you buying blank from? Are you using blank, right? We're asking them questions that get into the meat of what it is they do. These are questions that will engage them, make them talk about themselves, right? Make them begin to open up, kind of start to reveal themselves to you. This is the kind of stuff you're asking them. Here's the second little tip I got for you. As soon as they broach a personal subject, they're showing you that's like a buy signal. That's like a rapport signal. If they go there with something personal, listen to me. Grab that and expand on it. When they go personal, go deeper. Somebody give me that in the comments. When they go personal, go deeper, right? So far we said ask open-ended questions. And then the second one was when they go personal, we're going to go deeper. Aren't we millionaires? We're going to go a little bit deeper, right? Here's the third thing. Here's the third thing. If you have some kind of business agenda and you just got to talk about it because to not talk about it would make you look a little inane, right? What we're going to do is we're going to jump in and then we're going to jump out. We're going to talk about it less than 2 minutes. And if you're rocking with me, I'm going to give you a way to describe your entire business in 2 minutes. We got a 60-second way you can describe it. I'm going to give you a whole template. And there's a 2-minute way you can describe it. That'll be in an upcoming Kaizen Academy. But what I'm saying to you is that you should know by now the normal stuff that everybody wants to know about your business, right? You get that done and you get out of there, because this is not about you. You got to understand, everybody's listening to the same thing. If you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on YouTube, if you're rocking with us on Clubhouse, you can ping somebody in. But I'm talking to everybody that's got right now the ability to give. What I'm saying is, this is a way to expand your network. They don't care about you. They care about themselves. You get what I'm saying? Here's a fourth one I got for you. If you see that person that you're networking talking to somebody that you don't know, if you see them kicking it with somebody and you need to make a connection, guess what you just got? You just got easy entree into a connection with that person, because you've connected with this person and they've connected with that person. So you got to leverage that. You want to be observant and you want to look for opportunity for introduction. You hear me? Look for opportunity for introduction. I think that's like the fifth one I had for you, right? Is that number 5? Is that number 5? So far we said we were going to go with open-ended questions, right? That was number 1. We said that we were going to kick it with them about open-ended questions. We said when they go personal, we're going to go deeper. We said we're going to keep it real short. We're going to keep it real short when we're talking about the 2 minutes thing, right? Is that right? Is everybody with me? We're going to keep it real short. Is that a fact? And then the third one, what was the third one? We said we're going to observe and look for opportunities for introduction, didn't we? Everybody got that?
You have something special. You have greatness in you. Hello.
Please enter your... Thank you.
Okay. We said that we were going to look for opportunities for introduction. Look for opportunity. Appreciate that, Ashley. Appreciate that, Ashley. That's exactly right. Right? Because if we've already been introduced to this person and they're talking to that one, then that means they can introduce us. Number 5, then, is like if this person that you know already is your customer, spend a couple minutes building a relationship. Try to establish, maybe what you're doing there is you're bumping into somebody you know who already buys from you, but they know you on the business level. Maybe now there's an opportunity to get them know them on a more personal level. Why? Because the key to retention is always going to be relationship times results. So you've probably gotten them results already because they're still willing to talk to you when they see you out. Well, now let's work on relationship, because the longer you can retain that client, the more referrals they can give you. There's only 3 ways to grow a business, right? You're going to grow that business by getting more customers. You're going to grow that business by getting them to spend more, or you're going to grow that business by getting them to come more often. Well, this is how you do number 1. You build relationship with the customers you got. All right. Last one I got for you, right, is that if you make a promise, if you make a commitment, millionaire, keep it. Don't mess around and make a commitment and then kind of like mess yourself up by starting off as someone who can't keep their word, starting off as someone who lacks integrity. Millionaires, if you make a promise or a commitment, get another card from the person and immediately write it on the back of that card what you said that you were going to do for them, when you said you were going to do it by, who you said you were going to introduce them to. And here's something else that I want you to think about. The more of this you do, the more of a resource you become for the other people that you meet. Think about this. Remember, we were talking about how if you're in a certain service area and you begin to pull out a certain niche for a certain service area, or you begin to pull out a certain niche that you're becoming an expert in, right? And we talked about how when you ask them questions, you begin to build your canon of knowledge, right? So if I ask them something like, what are your best marketing tips? What are your 3 best marketing tips? And I do that to 10 different car lots. Let's say I'm in financial services and I want marketing tips. So I ask this car lot what their 3 best. I just happen to brush it past them, and I'm like, hey, so let's say I'm at this event, since we're talking about events today, and let's say that it's an event for car salesmen and stuff, and I'm going around in there and I'm networking, and then I'm like, so man, what have you seen work the best for getting new customers that after we kick it, because you don't want to get too invasive too early, but after we kick it for a while, I'm like, so tell me, man, like what have you seen work the best? Like how are you getting customers on your lot? How are you getting them to pick up the phone and call you? Huh? What if you were to ask that? How are you getting them to how are you getting them to pick up the phone and call you? I want you to think about it. If I do that to 10 different car lots, I've now collected. Now, some repeat is going to happen. There's going to be some overlap, right? But if I do that to 10 different car lots, I've just collected 7 different tips. Now, what if I get 2 or 3 from each car lot? I've now collected somewhere between 20 and 30 different tips. If I get 3 from all 7, then that's 21. You know what I mean? If I can get 2 from all 10, that's 20. My point is, if I do that week after week after week, how long before I'm the expert of all experts when it comes to marketing? Why am I sharing that with you? Because it's the same thing with networking. My man Jamal Flownhouse, born worker, never met a stranger, right? People think that introvert and extrovert, we've all got shades of it, but the definition of an introvert is someone who charges up in solitude. Definition of an extrovert is someone who charges up around people. Now, I'm not really sure whether Jamal is an introvert or an extrovert, but I know he never met a stranger. Here's the thing. When somebody like Jamal Flono is going around and collecting people's stories, collecting what they do, he becomes a walking, talking resource. So now anybody he bumps into, he now knows someone who can help them. That's the kind of thing you're writing on a business card. You just got an idea of someone you need to introduce them to. Do you understand they're going to owe you one? That is free business, because that ain't just one customer there. They now owe you a couple favors. Good home training means they've got to repay the favor, or it keeps them up at night. You hear what I'm saying to you? So if I introduce them and then that turns out well, I introduce them. I've built my business, and yet I've done nothing to sell anything. Does everybody get me? Networking is incredible, y'all. And if you use these tips that we kind of gave you today, I have a feeling you're going to see some increase. Shalonda like, oh, she's not in question at all. I just ain't want to call it. You know what I mean? I know that he's like a dancing machine, and he never met a stranger, but Shalonda is certain that he's an extrovert. So that's what's up. All right, y'all. So was this helpful? I hope this is good for you. We're about to take it to Clubhouse. What we're about to do first is do our affirmations, though. I mean, we're on Clubhouse now, but it's also affirmation time. If you've never tried your affirmations before, if it's something you don't do enough, I want to invite you to try it out this morning. Might feel good to you. Might be the kind of thing that can help you to begin establishing some new habits. I want to encourage you to wake up every morning, kind of like start doing some journaling, start doing some imaging of what you want your day to look like. And as we talked about yesterday, we talked about building your mindset. Sometimes you also need to have a by yourself meeting. And that's what we want to invite you to do on the affirmation line or on Clubhouse. Come and kick it with us and repeat some of these mantras to yourself that can change the way you see yourself. All right. Repeat after me.